Sometimes they say you leave the best
for the last.
But me feel say sometimes you lose the relevance when you leave them for last. Let me give a few people, mention some few names in my dialysis days. Somebody like Honorable Amwakwata.
Amwakwata former roads and highways minister.
Yes.
Wow.
That man is an exceptional human being. Exceptional human being. And please, Honorable, maybe I will be a offer. I mean, that's how I call it. We are more like relatives now than friends or whatever. So he's my uncle. That man is a different character.
Wow.
However you want to paint him, it's your business. But me, sitting here, Asare, what that man has done in my life, I will never forget it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
to put his name first is even a big deal.
Yes. That's my dialysis days.
Yes.
I will also mention my own friend, brother Andrew Mesa.
Yeah, Honorable Andrew Japa Mesa.
Yes. Unfortunately, only yesterday I got to know that he lost his brother.
Sure.
And I extend my condolences to him. I'm going to call him right from here and at least commiserate with him and all of that. Mantida, I only heard I saw it on Facebook yesterday. And may the brother's soul rest in peace and may the family be comforted. But I'll reach out to him.
Andrew Ejapamesa.
Yes. And then when I fell
from
hospital,
sure.
Brian Achampon paid every single bill, hospital bill.
Oh, at 37?
Yes. Besides the bills, saying it was around 270. 27,000. He brought me 30,000.
Dr. Brian Achampon.
Said 30,000. You know. Samuel Abujinapo,
yes. Former land minister. Okay.
Honorable Kwabena Kokofu.
Yes. Dr. Henry Kwabena Kokofu.
Yes. These people were pillars behind me in my dialysis
days, no?
Okay.
Yeah.
And when I come to your friend is saying, the transplant. That one on top of my list, once again, Dr. Ukuboy.
Transplant, no?
Yes.
Dr. Bernard Ukuboy.
As far back as almost 2 years ago was when he reached out and did something that I could never imagine. I don't have his permission to mention whatever he did. But now my bro my dream in Tiasieso. And this is not this is a brother. But sometimes these things worry some people. But I am a fair-minded person. And I'm doing things as my conscience directs. And I'm doing so because these are people nobody had to go and coerce and now say can't story. They stepped in at the right time.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So he came in first when it comes to transplant, or known as stop at the time. Since he gave me whatever it is, it took 1.5 years. And some transplant.
Wow.
He comes top. Number 2 is my brother Sammy
Jemfi.
Yes. He also stepped in way back.
At a critical point.
Way back. When I was looking for a friend say like going through the stages now, they prepared towards, before you get into transplant, you may have a donor. But compatibility is another thing.
Donor anyway in match.
The friend be cross matching. Cross matching can fail. The okay, blood group, everything can be fine. But when it gets to when they put the two blood together to coexist, and for them to check whether the antibodies can stay in one place and function. That is where the problem is. And last year, it was the fourth person, fourth donor.
Oh.
Yes. And to go through one cycle is no joke. The test in and the time consumption. Because donor and just say you are paying for all of it. You understand? Intina Ubiti say Dr. Kobo me Bonidi, because that is what the money he gave me. That is what it did for me. Because they didn't know. They came to help me prepare. You know, start to force.
Finance minister.
Yes. Ato is my brother. I know the me when he came to parliament.
Yeah.
You know, everywhere. Myself, himself, and Aquinas.
Sure.
I know they know young among us. Yeah. They are crab boys. I know so that London.
Sure.
Just a central rating of crowd and said it's your back had your yarn and no call your neighbor. So that relationship was there. And when I called him and told him that day I'm in hospital, and I mean like I was going through the prep stage, and I'm in Nyano. I've been So that day when I called and he picked up, and so me preparation to us. Oh, just relax. Let me know where I'll see what I can do about it. And he stepped in. Me chairman of Usampofo.
Oh,
I know the me brother Penny Bakupe. He was like a liberal.
Wow.
He played different roles just to get me to this point, and he's still playing it. They sit there, you know, because the transplant is just an entrance to stay or to keep going. And easy. You can have a transplant if you don't have what it takes to go through the process. Because when I started from January, that first year, doctors, like when they discharged me, when I came on my own, because when we get transplant now, they take care of you for some number of, and then after that you are on your own. When I took over, the medication I was taking a day was about 1,020 cedis every day. 1,020, and I took it till the 19th of April. And me free, one of the most expensive. They are not so. They are dropping on somewhere to 600 and something now, and I'm still doing that
every day.
Yes. Yes. It's not just transplant. It's not over when you have a transplant. Going forward, you need to. And
managing the
there are some, or there are one or two you have to live with for life, and it's not cheap. And not they're daily for life. See, we'll get there. I mentioned and of course, Chief of Staff also.
Honorable Julius Debra.
Yes, okay. And also a friend saying through the help of Honorable Ufosampo he was able to pull some strings also. So I got some help there.
Oh wow.
And my brother Kweju Chumbuafu. FIC. As for him long ago, and Okatem say do so, I should let him know. And do so maybe call admission. He did what he could do. That's right. Julius, of course, by extension, the presidency. Then my family, who I will say, through it all, they were with me here and there, through the dialysis days and all of that. Masa, Sanema Winina, Ebia, Obevu say, I'm mentioning these people because probably they could give you some substance to, you know.
Yeah.
But nyame na me boni di kambo when young for people who intercede on your behalf. And usually you get that from your family people. See altar so for all the things that you need to get better. Me your moon free and my numerous friends like yourselves and so many others are because I'm a friend saying you know, and also those who made promises that they didn't keep. Because the thought of it alone
was good.
Maybe they had good intention. They do throw an idea. Some of them had change of mind or whatsoever. You know, some just say I had no regrets at all. But they maybe they had issues. They couldn't tell me. But whichever way, God, you know, was saying if we human beings don't praise him, he can even raise stones
to praise him.
Anambwa.
That's true.
If human beings don't praise him and he can raise stones, mind all of us say, Bibia ubetibia ya mobi. And I say why just obey ya mobi. Now for some reason one doesn't mean we may not get another person to step in. Maybe that fertile ground that whatever you were going to sow into, no, okay, be free more or no na wa messy, because we are all not just people you give to and it goes waste. When you give to us, returns beba in ways you will never believe it. Until some of us, we are like fertile grounds. You have missed something. That is how I put it. But like I said, and then the post-transplant.
Why after transplant?
After transplant, Charlie, me cash be lucky from the previous government era, Ministry of Roads. Because of in human during the NPP days, to see my uncle Mwakwata. He advised me, he said, Charlie, brother man, do this to support yourself in these times, because every time, and because there's no money is enough when you are doing dialysis. The whole house will be just in tatters. I'm telling you, friend is saying, Obi, stop it. Me who be a dialysis, or hear me, there's a too much, because one day I won't be high school.
Wow.
Because of that. And I said, what we call joy, you won't find it anywhere. You won't find it anywhere. And yes, it will affect your home. Because your children would have to accompany you, or your somebody they have to leave whatever they are doing and follow you everywhere. That day you can't do nothing. Settle at the same time. It takes a while. Obi, enya grassem. It's whenever my friend Bafo and his team come around and all of that, I can't help but give them the kind of support that I can every now and then. Because my brother, I know it. And then I passed through my dialysis center and I went to greet a few friends. Because me by me in cohort, they have been asking about me, and some were even thinking, say, could it be something has happened and they don't know? So I needed to just go and show myself to them. So it's a tough thing to hit any family. It's as a government and as a country, like the Americans do. say yetiminya bank for a friend saying kidney to me donate kidneys for the purposes of other people to also we should be getting somewhere thinking along those lines. So and also give some incentive to people who want to voluntarily donate all organs. So that organs. Yes, they themselves can walk. Certainly, me person me donating me organ, but some want to do it, but there's no incentive into So there must be something, and I'm ready. I'm ready in any way to help advocate for anything kidney failure, anything. Maybe let me open up. For the past 6 years, I've been living with kidney disease.
6 years.
Kidney failure. There's a kidney disease. There were stages. Okay, so stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Once it gets to stage 4,
then you are
not just chronic zone.
End stage.
And once you get to the end stage, you are stuck. There's no way to reverse anything. A man for herbal for can tell you all manner of stories. But you end up in an emergency room one day. I share herbal station. When it gets to that point, please, you better seek proper medical care than to rely, because concussions now no can worsen
worsen situation.
You understand? That will be my first advice to people. And once you get there, then it means you either go for hemodialysis.
Sure.
And I remember 6 years ago, I'm not sure a lot of people knew, say, maybe it's not a year programs, especially Wednesdays now, maybe programs. Most Wednesday, not even most, every Wednesday in the last 6 years. Because now we get dialysis Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Before so be ba na wakoye.
Akwa ba be hu me be 2 hours. Me
are na studio.
Timano ya that
throughout opposition days
all of it. Make 6 years, 2020 January 24th, and I was diagnosed. This is that time, basically the 15th of
January this year.
I've been on dialysis. And Obi, dialysis is crazy. In the first place, you need to get up. Me come early morning sessions. So I get up 4:30. By 6, I've left home. I'm also at 6:45, 7. I'm on the machine for 4 hours.
The machine is for 4 hours.
Yes.
Every session I will be.
Yes. You're on the machine for 4 hours. Who we are? Was earlier on I was driving.
Yes.
At the point I realized no meeting for driving. I had to, employ a driver to go around with me. And you remember in 33 years ago, I had an accident.
And accident, sure.
It was after I had returned from dialysis. I may so I caught miss me them.
Yes.
That was when I fell and collapsed. I collapsed. Yes, my BP dropped. And that was it. Fractured my hip. And that was it. To me, sorry now. I went off. So my house help, I know Baba said, and come and save. So from afar I was hearing daddy. Then I woke up. Then me try say me sorry, me sorry. I can't for more. Then they pulled me, me cut me rolling cut now, me round carpet kit to ebiso. And I'm gonna train me on the band in pa, and then held me and I'm the Kodaho. Then an ambulance was called in to come and pick me to 37. And then I didn't go PO. But it was after dialysis. So it was.
It means so could pay 37, no? But within that period, not still I was already dialysis.
Yes, I was doing dialysis whilst on admission in 37.
With dislocated hip, no?
Yes, yeah, but the friend say we live in
echo must be a machine. Wow.
Yes. We live in panning in the court. Mama call you 4 hours. Mama signed the member. Any day I follow on.
But even within that period, no? You free 37, you still resumed the radio way. And so that's still over.
Yeah, maybe. Anytime I got better, I was coming with the crutches.
With the crutches
the buy answer. Later, okay, kakra with the puma. So all that time, me, I'm not the type who want to glorify pain and me, negative situation wear me down, So I try to make something out of it. I mean, after all, you only live once, and if you have to die a happy person. You understand? Don't be a miserable. You don't die a miserable death. So I'll keep moving. You understand? But to lie down and let me see your child, I don't feel like it. What I said, I want to be actively doing something. So, dialysis I did for 6 years. Like 1 week, now the 6th year.
And we've heard say dialysis here very expensive.
It is. My baby, I'm home here 650.
650 per session.
1950 every week.
That's 1,950.
Yes, weekly.
Every
constant
week.
for the past 6 years. Because of course, almost on another year 450. He went to 550 and he came to 650. Till like every 2 years be a cost. So and constant, and because I had it in mind, say this procedure. So 1 year, 3, you weaken the system even before the time.